Everyone, once again. So, you're welcome to today's class. So, yesterday we continue our class on Excel, and we learned some things regarding named range. Um, what do you call it? Referencing. Talk about referencing. We talk about filter, data structuring, and pay special or something like that. I think we cover all those areas yesterday. So today we are going to move faster, and we have two workbook to work with today. First workbook is this. So after we conclude this, I'm going to share another workbook with us. This one will not take us much time. Um, this will not take much of our time. But after this, we have another workbook so that we can match up with what we are supposed to learn. We already have outstanding already because of the first three classes. So we know we already have one outstanding already. So, but we'll look at how we can make up all the classes so that we don't jump any of them. So now this afternoon we're going to continue. Yesterday we stopped on sorting yesterday, and like I said, sorting and filter they go pari passu in Excel. In Excel, when you are talking about sorting, you are talking about filter. If you look at this drop down button here, when I click on this button, this button here is doing two things: sorting and filter. There's two things you can do with it. Either you do sorting and you do filter. When you right click on your data like this, you have option of sorting and filter. You can see that they follow each other. If you go to your home tab, you see sort and filter. Go to your data tab, they are still the same family. So yesterday we've learned about how to use sorting. So today we are going to learn about filter today. Filter. We're going to learn about filter today. Okay. Now, when we talk about filter, we say when we're talking about sorting means rearrangement. We rearrange in various way. As we want to rearrange this, we can rearrange by agent name, we can arrange by date, we can arrange by area, we can arrange by the list price. We can use anything to just rearrange our data. So, but in the case of filter filter is a way of extracting data. When I'm talking about analysis, filter is I think is I can say filter is the first step in analysis, whereby you can quickly summarize your data and get some insight from your data. For example, look at this data set. This is a data set of let's say um, let's say this is a data set of a company that hovers um, what do you call it? The service, maybe let's say apartment service or um, rental services or something of that nature, whereby you can say, okay, we have different rooms at different locations that we can offer a service, either as hotel or as service apartment or something like that. So the there are columns here. One of the columns, we have the first column where we have the agent. These are the agents that are in charge of all these properties. We have the date each of the property was listed, which area is it located, the list price, that's the price of each of the apartment of the buildings. When we have the bedroom, number of bedroom in each of the apartment, we have the number of beds in each of the apartment, the square feet of the apartment, that is the land mass used by occupied by the building or the apartment. Then we have different type of apartment. We have condo apartment, we have single family. I think those are the two type of the two type of buildings, apartment that we have there. Then we have pool. There are some of the apartment that has pool, some does not have. Where you have false, it means that the apartment does not have pool. Where you have true, it means the apartment is what? Is true. Now, the last one is that the apartment is sold out or not sold. If it is sold out, you have it as false. If it's sold out, you have it as true. If it's not sold out, you have it as what? As false. So now, let's say we want to filter our data. We want to see all the apartments that are sold out. All the apartments that are sold out. That is, we want to get where the sold equals to true. What do we do? How do we summarize that? You just click on your data. Since this data is already in table, that's why you can see this design here. When you click on data, you see design here, it means your data is a table. If you don't see anything here, it means your data is just a range. So if it is range, you can just right click and sort with filter. You can start with filter and you select how you want to filter it. But in this case now, I'm going to use this. So in this case now, I'm going to filter with this button here. So the button here is what? Sold. I click on this, uncheck this button, and I click on this. I click OK. What can you see? You can see that we can see all the apartments where the sold is what? Is true. So the other one are what? Are hidden now. You can see the apartments where the sales, where the sold are true. That's a simple way of doing filter. You can just select any one here and check this box, uncheck all, and select the one that you need. True. So you get your filter ready. Can we try that now, everyone? Filter your data where sold are true only.
Done.
Done. Great. Once again,
Done.
great job. Now, that's just a way of entering filtering. So we have done filter now. Let's say, okay, we have seen all the sold apartment. Sometimes you want to do more than one layer of sorting. Now we have seen all these sold apartment, but we want to see all the sold from central area only. You can see that the first layer now, we have all the sold apartment. Now we want all the sold apartment from where? From central. Central and okay, from central only. Good. What do? We come to central. Remember that we've sorted or we have filtered already. You can still do more than one filter. Come to area and select just central. You want to see all the sold apartment from central. Can you see now? We can quickly see all the sold apartment from central here. So with this, you can just copy this data now and go and use it wherever you want to use it. Let's copy the data and come here. This Control V. Okay. Okay, it's looking as if it's not here, but the data is complete here. So I'm going to show you what is happening. Can you quickly do your own now? Filter the central area and copy it to another location here.
Someone just got good network. You. I hope you'll be able to spare me 5 minutes to explain again. Or I should see
Just
you after the class.
just keep following. We are still on it. What we have done is that we filter the sort where we filter this data where other people are doing it. Let me be explaining to you. We filter the sold area
Okay.
where the sold are true. So with that, we're able to see all the data, all the sales, all the apartments that were sold out. Now, we now went ahead further again. We don't want to see all the sold out. We only want to see the sold out from central area only. It means that the area must be what? Central. So the next thing we did was to click on the area also and check this central area only. Then we copy the data and paste here. That's just what we did. We filter the sort and we filter the area only.
Did you
Is that okay?
filter it?
Yeah. Filter, click on sort, and you check this true.
Okay.
Both as checked before, uncheck all, and select your true. That means we want to see the apartment where that are sold out. That will give you, you see all the apartments that are sold out. Then we now say, okay, we don't want to see everything. We are only interested in central area. What do? We still go ahead and filter again, which means that we can filter more than 1 or 2 or 3 times in the same data set. Okay,
Yeah.
so if you have gotten that, now let's look at look at my screen. Something is happening here. Let me explain something here. Now look at this data. You can see that data has been shrinked. When I copy it, it's not copying everything, it's selecting some data to copy. That's why you can see all this round in between them. It means that it's only copying the feasible data only. Other data are not deleted, they are just hidden. How do you know that they are hidden? Let me expand this. Look at this. Look at this number: 1, 5, 6, 19, 21, 24, 25, 73, 75. It means that there are some other data that are what? Hidden here. The other data are not deleted, but they were do what? They were hidden. So the one that we are able to copy is what we have here. Now let's see the one we copied now. Before we can see them, we are going to remove this filter. Let me clear the filter from the sold and clear the filter from area. Now you can see our data here. So here, if somebody asks for the data where the sold is true from the central area, you can quickly say, okay, these are all the apartments sold from central area. Can you see that we're able to extract them from this large data now? We have a large data here, but we're able to extract just the one that was sold out from the data set. Is that okay? Is that clear? Is that clear now?
Oh, shall continue. I watch the video. It's not clear. I've been trying to pick the filter and it's not even filtering anything. And your table is looking like, did you select everything? The line is breaking. I didn't know how you arrived at that. You have been, I highlighted
Don't highlight anything.
the sold.
Don't highlight anything.
o-
Out of filter,
Okay,
just select your sold out and check this box. That's all. It's not as
okay.
it's not hard. This is it. It's not hard. That's it. You can see that you cannot see false again now. You only have true. Can you see? So that
But
is just
after
good.
selecting sold, I clicked on sold, but the filter is not showing.
Filter is there. This drop down here. If filter is not showing, no problem.
Okay,
If filter is not showing, no problem. Right click on true
I,
and come to filter. Filter the cell value. You can still do this. It will still filter for you. You can right click and click on filter to filter for you. It's not
but
hard.
the all
Then
the
then you can come to central
options
again.
is not
We
highlighted.
want to filter the central again. Click on central
Okay,
and then click
okay,
on filter based on cell value.
okay.
If you cannot use this button, right click on it and filter. Filter is very easy to do. Just filter. That's all. Come.
But why is it not
Now,
highlighting? After clicking filter, all the options it's brought out is not highlighted. So I'm not able to
that
click them.
that may maybe you click on something else. Maybe okay. Maybe your data is not your workbook is not enable editing. You have to enable editing on your workbook. Your workbook is
Uh,
in protected view. Yeah, your
okay.
workbook is in protected view. You have to remove from protected view. If you cannot do that, just press Ctrl S and save as. Save it. When you save it, the protected view will save as the new name you want to use, so that you can able to
Enable
work on
saving.
it.
Saving
Uh,
is enabled in protected
exactly.
view.
Yeah, exactly. When you enable savings, it will remove it's protected. That's why you cannot work on it. Okay, so you can see
Okay.
that. So that's how to do filter. Now So filter is just as simple as that. But where I'm actually interested in is advanced filter. Just to do filtering, you want to filter something out. Okay, let's say we want to remove filter from this. I want to clear the filter from this place. I can clear my filter here. I can use this option to clear my filter also. I clear a filter. This I want to filter just all sales from Kelly. I can just click on Kelly and filter based on the value only. You can you see that we only have sales from Kelly here left. That's how easy it is to do filter. So let me remove the filter. So if you want to see all the sales from Kelly now, we have seen it. It's just for you to copy and do what? And paste. These are the sales from Kelly. Copy and paste somewhere. That's all. You're good to go. That's how to do. That's
Okay.
how easy it is to
That
do
means
filter.
it has filtered them out from the whole table,
Exactly.
right?
Whole
So
table.
that
You
I
can
see after
filter,
filtering, it's just the true and
just
central that is there.
copy and pay. Yeah. That's Kelly
Okay.
only. Because we have filtered the Kelly only. If you want to see want to see two staff, Kelly and Adams, just check Kelly and Adams and hit OK. So we don't want to see anybody. We only want to see all the sales from Kelly and Adams. Can you see them? Kelly and Adams only. So you can now copy it now. You can now copy and go and paste where you want to use it. All the sales from Kelly and Adams are there without any wahala of you want to know all the sales from Kelly and you are now picking one by one. No, you don't pick one by one. What you do is you filter it out. Okay, good. Now the next thing now is how to use advanced method to do the filtering. Let me increase this font or the size. So okay. Now next thing you want to do is you want to look at how to use advanced filtering option. You can see that we did filter now by clicking on the cell itself and filter within the data set. Sometimes you don't want to filter within here. You don't want to tamper with your data. You want to filter outside. You want to, instead of doing it and copy it and come back, you can see the first one we copied. When we copy and paste, it was like it was not there again. The thing shrank somehow. So how do we use advanced filter to solve that problem? Now, the first thing we do is let's try this example again. We want to check all the sale, all the sold, all the sold apartment in what? In the central area. We want to filter, Control C. Come to our filter now. We want to filter all the sold apartment from central area. So two things we want to do now. How do we apply this? We need two things. This criteria, we're going to create a table for it. Need sold. Can come here. We can copy the entire header here, or we can just copy two, the one that we need. I just copy the one we need, area, Control C. Okay, let me copy the entire server so that it doesn't confuse you. Control C, paste it here. Now, what we want sold, where the sold is true. You just type true under the heading here. And under the area here, you type central. Is that clear now? Can you see now what we have done? Do you have any question on what we did there? We want to filter based on we want to filter all the sold apartments where the area are true. So we bring the header, we bring it here, and we type our criteria under each of the headings. Can you see now? We type all the criteria under the sold, we type true under sold, we type central under area. Let's say we want to see the apartment greater than let me see the price, the size, the prices here, the list price here. Let's say we want to filter based on the amount now, where the amount is greater than 250,000. You can come here and say the same thing. You can say greater than 250,000. So let me say the list price greater than 250,000. Okay. Now, have you seen what I've done? Is it clear? What I've done here clear now for now before we move ahead?
It's
Hello?
not clear. It's not clear. I don't
What is
know
not clear?
about
What is not
that.
clear here? What is not clear? Just tell me. No, I'm okay with you. That's I'm asking, but that is clear. And you responded. I like that. That's why I want. You said what?
Have we saved all the central before bringing them here? Like, do we copy all the headings before
Yes,
pasting? I
yes.
can see the
We
agents
copy all
and
the heading. We copy all the headers here. Yeah. Yes.
so put through under sold and
Yes.
central under area.
That
So
area. Yes.
when you enter the greater than, okay, we are the one that put the greater than 250,000,
Yes. Yes.
right?
I
So
increase the
how?
I increase the criteria by one. What we want to do now? We want to
Okay,
see all the apartment that is sold out in central area
okay,
where the list price is greater than 250,000. You know, here
okay,
we did only two criteria here before. Only the sold
okay,
and area. Here we have the sold. The criteria one is that the apartment must be sold. Criteria two, the area must be what? Central. And,
central
and criteria three, the list price must be
must be
above 2,000. We don't want the
50K.
one below. We don't want the one below 250. We only want the one above what? 250,000. Is that clear?
It's clear, but where did you
Now
now bring the answer?
we have not. There's no answer
Or
yet.
is it the one that?
There's no answer
Okay,
yet.
okay,
I'm just showing you that when you want to do advanced filter, you're going to copy your header somewhere. This is your criteria.
okay,
You put it under each of the headings.
okay.
Put your criteria under each heading. And you know, say if you put central here now, you know it will not work. You cannot put central under date listed. Is it possible?
No,
You're going to put central under area. Assuming you want to, if let's say you want to filter based on agent, you want to put Adams. Where are we going to put Adams here? Can you tell me where we're going to put
Adams,
Adams?
under agent.
Under agent.
Under
Exactly.
agent.
Exactly. So that's what we are just trying to do now. We are putting the criteria under each of the headings itself. Now
Okay,
let's now apply the magic. Now let's apply the magic. Click on your data. Click on your data set now, and click on data
okay,
tab. You see something here called advanced filter. I click on what? Advanced. Don't do yet, please. Look at me. Don't do anything yet. Look
okay,
at me, please. Look at me. The step is this. Step one, I've created my criteria here by copying the header and put what I want under it. If I need more than 2 lines or 3 lines, I can do everything. I will put everything here and they will be there. Now, I click on my main data. I click on the main data and I click on data tab. I choose advanced filter. Now, look at what we have here. We have filter the list in place. If I want to do filter in place, filter in place means that the filter will be like the one we did earlier. It will shrink this data. But I don't want to shrink the data. I want to copy to another location. See something. Look at this place. It's grayed out. But the moment I select another location, it allows me to choose another location now. Can you see now? So our data is here. It has selected the data here. This is the data we want to use, list range. The second thing we need now is what? Criteria range.
right.
Now, that's why we now come to this one we build, the one we did here. These are criteria range. Can you see now? The one we put here is our what? Criteria range.
Range.
The first one is our data range. This is the data range itself, the data itself from A1 to J126 is here. The criteria range is the one we did here. What's the third one? Third thing here. What's the third thing here? Copy to where? Let me copy to this place. I want to select here. You can select anywhere you want to copy to, but it must be on this sheet. You cannot copy to another worksheet. So I select this cell now as my copy to, then I click OK. This is our solution. Now, let me walk you through it now. Now, take your own system now. Let's work it together. First thing you do, copy, create this header as it is now. That is the first thing you do now. Create the header, copy this header, copy the header you have here, copy and paste. Copy and paste. Then, under central, under area, put central. Under list price, put greater than 250,000. You see that there's nothing less than 250 here now. But that is our instruction.
Yes.
We want to filter all this. So put greater than 250 here and put true under the sold. When you are done with that, let me know. Type done. If you are done with that, type done or you respond with done verbally.
Done.
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 Great job. Done. Okay. One more done.
Done.
Okay. Okay, good. Now the next thing now is select your data, the main data now. Select your data.
Any cell. Any cell.
Any cell. Any cell in your main
Okay.
data. Any cell, select it. Click on data tab and go
Okay.
and click on advanced. You will see a dialog box open. Am I right?
Yes.
Now,
Yes.
from the filter the list in place, select copy to under location. Select copy to under location. You done that? Now,
Yes.
your list range will be, you will see the broken line surrounding your data. It means that your range is correct. Leave that one. Then, where
Mine
you
is
have
not broken. Broken line is not around mine. I don't know why.
but okay, what do you have inside the read it for us? What do you have inside the list range?
Dollar
Is it
A, dollar one,
$1A1? Okay,
column, dollar J, dollar 126.
exactly. That is okay. Your data is correct. If you click inside that box, I think your data should be blinking. But no problem. If it's not blinking, since the range is correct from A1 to
Okay.
126, you have no issue. The next thing now is a criteria range. Click on that cell in criteria range. Click on that cell and then go and select the criteria you created above. That agent, central, 250, true. Go and select it.
Okay.
That is, you put that one under your criteria range. Now, you now have the copy to now, right? Click on that inside the box where you have copy to. Click inside that box and select a cell where you want the result to copy to. Then click OK. Click OK. If you get it,
Please, how do I do the criteria range again? It's not my own criteria range is not correct.
okay, can you share your screen?
Oh, I'm not able to connect it to the system due to the network. But my filter, how did you explain? How did you select the criteria range?
Okay, look at my screen. Look at my screen.
Okay.
I click on data tab, advanced filter, here under this copy to, you see this one here. Inside this criteria, in the middle here, this criteria range, I just select like this. I click on the cell first. You can click on this if you like. You can click on this. You can click inside. You can click out on this arrow here. When your cursor is blinking, then you come and select like this. Is it? Is that okay now? Just select
Showing
the
filter.
criteria.
Let me try again. So that filter, I'm going to click the arrow. Abi?
So what?
After clicking the arrow, it's showing filter $QS2.
And it depends on where you have your data. Just select like this. Select your data inside like this. We may not have the same. If you put your own in the same location with my own, I'm going to get this filter criteria here. So and click OK. That's all. Select where you want it to copy to and click OK. You have your data, your this thing ready. If you get it, type yes in the chat box, or you
It's
unmute and
invalid.
tell us.
The same reference isn't valid.
If you get it, type yes. Yes, yes, okay. Your reference is invalid.
Yes, it has to do with that criteria range.
Okay. Yes again. Who again? This is Lawal. Sir Joseph. Who again?
So I'm unable to get it. So this criteria range giving me
Criteria range, no.
No problem. You will get it. Don't worry. I want to know if anybody has gotten it already. If you have not gotten it, no problem. So let me create another example now.
Yeah, yes, I've gotten it.
Good. I'm doing another example. Look at it again. Look at me again. I'm doing another example now. Now, I want to filter. I want to create filter. I want to see all sales by Adams. All sales by what? By Adams. And where we have 2 bedrooms. 2 bedrooms. Where the pool is true. Pool is true. This is another example now. Now, I said the first thing is to copy our criteria first. That's the first thing. Copy your criteria, your header here. That's the first step. Copy your header here. Please look at me. If you have not gotten it, look at what I'm doing. You paste the header first. Come. Pasted the headers first. Oh, sorry, I started from agent. So start from agent. You copy the header, Control C, then you come here, Control V. Now you have the header here now. What are our criteria? Madam Amida, our criteria. Adams. Where are we going to put Adams?
agent.
Under
Agent. Now, another thing you should note is that if you type your Adams, if your spelling is wrong, you will not get anything. Sometimes you may need to copy. You may need to copy sometimes and place it. Maybe you write Adam instead of Adams, or you write maybe you write false and there's mistake there, or you want to write if there's any difference in whatsoever, you may not get the same thing. Okay, I'm still putting it back to Mrs. Amida, or Madam Amida. Now the bedroom 2, where we go to put 2. We want to see all the sales from Adams that has 2 bedrooms. Where we go to put 2. Under which heading are we going to put?
Under bedroom. Bedroom, yes.
Okay. The pool. We want the pool to be true. Where we going to put true?
Under pool.
Under pool.
True. Good. Now, these are, you want to know your criteria range. This is your criteria range from here to here. You want to see this is your criteria range. Can you see now? It's from here to here because your line is 2 rows. You have 2 rows. So we are going to select these 2 rows
Okay.
together. These 2 rows is our
Okay.
criteria range. Is that clear now? Now,
Yes.
sometimes we want to see from Adams and Kelly. What do we do again? We come here again, we write Kelly. Is that the spelling of Kelly? Sorry. Kelly, okay. We have Kelly, Control C. So which means that sometimes your range might more than be 2 rows, might be more than 2 rows. Kelly, and we want 2 bedroom also from Kelly. If you want 3 from Kelly, you write 3 here. Want 3 from Kelly, but let's make it 2 so that we don't confuse ourselves. And we want the pool to be true also. We want the same thing from them. True. Now, the range now, who can tell me our range now? Our criteria range from
From
here,
agent
from
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 agent
O1 to O2. Is it
from
O2 or O3?
O1 no from
Yes.
from O1 to X3.
To O3. Okay. Up to what? Up to X3. So this is our criteria range now. When you are looking for criteria range, this is how to get your criteria range. Is it clearer now?
Yes.
Is criteria range clear now? Now let's
It's
now
clear.
solve the problem. Let's solve the problem now. I click on my data, then I go to data tab. Under the tab, I click on advanced filter. Then I click on copy to another location. Then my first data is there. This is my main data. If you are not getting, if Excel is not getting your data range, no problem. You can delete it and click it yourself. Select the first cell, move towards the right, and move down. You can do it yourself by selecting your data yourself. The next thing now is what? Is criteria range. So our criteria is from here, from O1 to O3, X3. This is a criteria range. Making 2, right? The third one now is copy to where? This time around, I want to copy to this place. I want to copy down that this one. This is my criteria. Yeah, this is my copy to. Now I hit OK. Now we can see the cells from here. Only Adams meet up the criteria. We only have one Adam. We are at one Adam from Central where the pool is true. 2 rooms. So we only have one data that meet up with the criteria. Adams, 2 bedroom, pool true. Can you try this one now again?
Okay.
So we have Adams and Kelly, 2-bedroom, pools must be true. Where the pool is true. So in that case, you're going to have two conditions. Two different conditions will be applied now. You see now.
Copy.
And
Sorry,
it's okay.
it's copy.
Yes.
Where are we copied from? After criteria range, that copy to. Where am I copied
Select any
from?
cell. Select any cell where you want to copy to, where you want your response to be, your result to drop. Just select any cell where you want your result to appear. Just click on a single cell and click OK. Your result will appear from that cell that you click. On that cell that you click.
Done.
Done. Good. Where's again?
Why did you copy only Adam again? I put Kelly. Or is it case sensitive? Kelly
No,
is
maybe
not copy. Why?
Kelly does not have anything. It does not meet the criteria.
So,
There's no sales of 2-bedroom and true from Kelly. That's why you cannot
okay,
see Kelly there.
And then
Kelly,
the first one, I've been able to get it. But Hamilton, Adam, Shasta, their dates are not showing. They're not showing like yours. Like I follow the same steps. It's not following the filter. The date is not
said
showing in
what?
the filter.
I didn't hear you. Sorry. I didn't
The
hear you.
date is not showing in the filter. The first filter, the
The
true
first
one.
one, date is
Yes,
not showing here.
the date.
Date.
Yes, like only 2 dates are showing.
I didn't get you.
Like this is your date in the one we did before. Adam, Hamilton, Adams. That's 6. Oh, did you change your
2
date before we started?
No.
Because I can see that our date are different. The 2/6/2007 is showing. Others are not
What is the,
showing except
what is your
1/8
criteria?
2000.
What was your criteria?
The criteria was bedroom, true, I think true, central, true and central.
We have the pool to be sold to be true, sold to be true,
Yes,
and area to be central.
and central, yes.
And so we should get the same thing. We should
Now
get the
it's
same
not filtered, but the date is not showing. It's only
the
showing
date
like castery.
like number. Expand it now. Just expand it now. Maybe show like this. Expand now. Just expand. That's all. It's showing like this,
Okay,
right?
yes,
And just expand it.
yes.
Just expand it.
Okay.
Okay, good. Now, so next thing we're going to look now is conditional formatting. Conditional formatting. We're going to look at conditional formatting. Now, when you talk about conditional formatting, you know, from I think in our first or second class, we talk about how to do formatting, how to format your data, whereby you can put color, you can do anything with any of the cell. But sometimes you want to do it based on criteria, not that you just go and bold anything and paint anything. Sometimes you want to filter, you want to format based on certain criteria. In that case, you are going to use what is called conditional formats. For example, let me go back to this filter here. For this our filter, now let's say I want to format, I want to format all sales, all I want to highlight all sales Adams here from Adams. I can just go to Home tab here. Go to Home tab, click on conditional formatting. On conditional formatting, you see something here, highlight cell. I can see okay, highlight cells where I come down, can you see text that contain? I can say, okay, highlight cells where text is equals to what? Adams. So you can type Adams here. That is Adams. All cells with Adams. I can hit OK. With this, all cells that has Adams can be here. You can see all cells that has Adams will be. Oh, sorry, I didn't select the entire row, the entire column rather. Sorry. Let me select that column again. This is the column where I want to filter. I want to do apply conditional formatting. Go to my Home tab, click on conditional formatting, highlight cells that contain what? Adams. I want to highlight all the cells so that me looking at it, I can quickly see them instead of me to be um, uh, scrutinizing the names. By putting this, so the moment I put Adams anywhere, if I put Adams here tomorrow or anytime, I can quickly see Adams. That is what conditional formatting does. You quickly format based on certain criteria. Instead of formatting everything, I can say, okay, I want to highlight all cells. Let's say where bedroom is 4. Where bedroom is 4, I can quickly select this column and click on Home tab, conditional formatting. I want to format all 4 bedrooms apartment. Highlight cells where the what is equals to, can you see we have equal to, greater than, less than, between, equal to, text that contain. So I want to use 4 now, where it is equals to what? Equals to 4. Now, I don't want to use light red. I can click on this drop down here. I can select any color, yellow. Get any color here. If I select green, I can say, okay, I want one. I click on custom format also. I can come here and say, okay, I want to format it as no strike through. I want to format it like bold. I want to bolden it. I want to use plain, and I want to put border and hit OK. Anything you want to put, you can just do anything you want to do and click OK. Click OK. Now you see that all cells with 4 with what will be highlighted. You can see all cells where we have 4 to be highlighted now. So automatically, it's not you that will be looking at 4 up and down. Excel, we have to format all 4s by applying conditional formatting. Now let's practice it on this page now. Here, this data is the data for temperature. Temperature data between 1881 and 2011. 1881 and 2011. Now, we want to know, is it true that global warming is there is global warming, or the global warming is increasing the temperature by the temperature in each of average temperature of the world, or not? So to do that, we want to determine the top 20 years where we have the high temperature. Then I come to this place. I select my data here. I select my data, then go to my Home tab, select my conditional formatting, then I select top. Under this top, I can say, okay, I want to select the top 10. Then I change it to 20 here. Top 20. I cannot say okay. If you like, you can do formatting as you like. I can now say okay. Now, with this, we're able to identify the top 20 years where we have the higher temperature. And you can see that none of the old years, the temperature as at the period, none of them was included in the top 20, which means that in the recent years, we are having a higher temperature compared to what we have in the whole years. By using conditional formatting, we are able to explain our data by explaining to the stakeholders that, hey, this temperature is growing and is increasing every year. Effective from 1988, that was the first time we hit the range of this last 20, top 20, and up to now, it is kept increasing and is not going back to the old whatsoever. So that is one of the way by which you can apply conditional formatting. So I want you to do this now. Go to your conditional formatting page, select this data here, go to your home tab, click on conditional formatting, and select the top 10 items. Now change the 10 to 20. Tell me what you have. Everybody, 2 minutes. Select the data and go to your conditional formatting. Under the top bottom rule, pick the top 10 items.
Done.
Done. Great job. Does it highlight them for you?
Which data is it? The top 20?
Yes, top 20. Yes.
And we highlight everything, Abby.
Select everything. Select the
Okay, I
whole.
selected. I can see that
Yeah.
it's not showing.
Then
Top
go to your conditional
10.
formatting, your home
Yeah.
tab. Select the top 10 items.
Yes, sir.
Now change
Done.
that 10 to 20. Change 10 to 20.
It's,
Yeah, that's
it's
good.
done.
Great job.
Highlighted those with
Those
color.
ones. If assuming you want to select the top 10%, can you try it again now? Try the same data. I mean, sorry,
Okay.
I think it's the next one. The next one now should give you, sorry, the next data should be the top 10% or so.
Okay.
Okay, the top 10%. Oh, no, the bottom 10%. Now do the bottom 10%. Everyone, select that data and do the bottom 10%.
So should we change it to 20 or leave it?
10%. Make it 10% or 15%. Bottom 15%. So that we are not used to that 10 alone. So you know that you can change it. The bottom 15%. That should be the whole years. It should be the earlier years. The bottom 15%.
The bottom 15%.
15%. Yes. Not top now. Bottom.
Highlighting.
Highlight the entire cell.
Done.
No, it doesn't highlight the entire cell.
I said you should highlight. I'm talking
Highlighted.
to you now. I said you should highlight you. You should highlight the entire cell
Okay.
first. Go to your home
Okay.
tab. Click on conditional formatting. Under the top bottom rule, pick the bottom 10% and change it to
I've
15.
done. Okay.
15. Then you hit
What I'm
OK.
telling you that it's coloring some of the number.
Yeah,
Yeah,
done.
yeah. It will color it itself automatically instead of you to be looking for the bottom 10% or exactly where to highlight them. So you can quickly see those categories that fall within
But
those
yeah,
range. Is that okay now? Okay. The
it's okay.
next one here,
Yeah.
the above average. Now, I think you can do that one now, above average. So, but we will not do that now. So the option is there also, above average or below average. Now, move to the right side. Look at my screen. Let's say we want to highlight some cells also. I've done example here where we can text that contain a particular name, like the one I did in Adams. You can do the text that contain. Want to highlight cells that contain certain word. And quickly, you can use that also. Now here, I want to highlight cells that has duplicate. Now I want to highlight the duplicate cell. Let's say I have my data. I want to know which cells has duplicate. I can select my data, go to my home tab, continue, and I click on the highlight cells with duplicate value. Duplicate value. Hit OK. I can change the color if I like to green or yellow or red border. Now hit OK. Okay, red border alone will not work. Let me use the red text. Hit OK. So we can see all those ones that has what? Duplicate values. We can see John, John, Joe's, Joe's. You can see those one with duplicate what? Duplicate values.
Okay.
So those are the way by which you can use conditional formatting. Or you want to highlight cells, you can also use date also. Okay, you want to highlight cells within social range. From our sales, maybe we have a sales of social amount. We want to use conditional formatting to highlight cells with what? With a date occurring where? In the last 7 days, last week, this week, next week, all those ones, this month, and the rest. Click OK. It will help you to highlight those ones if you have them, to highlight them for you. I think we should have this month now. We have data, okay, home tab, conditional formatting, highlight cells in a date occurring yesterday, this month, and hit OK.
Yesterday,
Yeah, so we can highlight the cells
yes,
within. I use this
together.
month. I use this month.
Okay.
I see this month now. So it highlighted 2 cells for me that occur in this month. So those are the way by which we can use our
Okay.
what do you call it?
Conditional
Now,
formatting.
Martin. Then we move on, we move ahead again. I want to show one more thing again under this. There are 2 things that we can see here. Number 1, under conditional formatting, we have data bar, color scale, and icon set. Look at this data we have on the right here. On the right, if you select this data range and go to your home tab, conditional formatting, if I click on my data bars, let me click on data bar, anyone here, either solid one or gradient one, anyone you like, click. Can somebody explain this data to me? Can you explain this data, what is happening here? Can somebody tell me what is happening here?
Which data? Because your screen is still here.
It's showing some kind of graph.
Graph, yeah. Column bar is this is like bar chart inside the cell. You said my screen is freezing. Don't worry. Beside your date,
Yes.
move to the right. Move to the right. Under column P,
Yes.
you will see some data there. Select the data.
There is gradient fill and solid fill.
Yeah, exactly. Click on any of them, either gradient or solid. And what you see there, can you explain to me what is happening? Explain that information to me.
Okay.
Can you explain this information? Can somebody explain what is happening with this graph?
Highlight any cell before doing that.
Is that what? You highlight the cell, yes.
Okay.
Highlight the
I
cell
can see
before.
that.
Highlight the cells before you
Okay.
select your
Okay.
conditional formatting.
Conditional.
Yeah,
Okay.
you see
So
data bar.
data bar.
Somebody should explain to me what is happening here. What is the meaning of this?
It's showing color. It color them.
You color them. What can you explain the color? What is the meaning of this color?
It's showing in terms of the quantity, the strength of each of the.
Yeah, exactly. So you can see from here, we can quickly see where we have the lowest sales or where we have the highest figure. Can you see now? Within the cell, even without looking at the numbers here, we can quickly see, okay, we have the highest sale here. We have this one is followed by this. This is the lowest sale, and this whatsoever. So By using conditional formatting, we can quickly see, we can format our data in a way that we can see how they relate to each other. Is that okay now?
Exactly.
Now,
It's
do
okay.
the other one again. Click on the second one now, and then go to your home tab. Want to do formatting? Then let's go to the color scale. Select color scale, anyone you like. Again, select anyone you like, and hit OK. And you explain what is happening again? Yeah.
It's showing different colors, like
Color. Yeah. The strength. What is the color of the highest number?
that's blue. Blue.
The highest
Red.
number
It's
is red.
showing blue.
In my own case,
Red.
the highest color is red here, and the least color is blue, which means that the middle
Yes.
color is what? The middle color is white. In my own case here, because of the one I selected. So with this, you can see the average. You can see those one in red means they are above average. Those one in blue are below average. So with this, you can quickly explain your data to somebody without even doing any graph. You can explain the data, all those blue, so that those are the year or the month or the period where we have the lower than this. All this one in white, those are the year where we are within the average, and those one in red, those are the years where we have sales above what? Average. It's as simple as ABC. And finally, the third one here, let's see how the third one works. That is the icon. Go back again to your home tab, select your conditional formatting, and select icon here. Select any of the icon or the battery, anyone you like, just select it and hit OK. Try to interpret it. You will see that Excel has done a very good job. You can see those numbers in between each of them. Which one is facing down? These are the lower numbers. The one facing up, that are the higher numbers. Those one in the middle are the what? Facing the right. So these are just the thing how we can format our data to quickly communicate something to the users. Clear?
I want to highlight. I'm not able to highlight them. Why?
It's
I
on,
want
it's
to
your
highlight
computer. It's your computer.
so I can
Select like
practice
this.
it.
You can select, if you are not unable to highlight, click on one, hold shift and arrow down. Shift and down arrow key. Hold
Okay.
shift and down arrow key. If
So
you're
conditional
unable to
formatting.
yep.
Icons.
So icon. This one is icon set now. So these are the way by which you can apply your conditional formatting while you are doing analysis or explaining your data. Is that okay?
The one that show arrow towards the right. What does
That's
that mean?
icon. That is middle. That is
Okay.
average. You have something
Oh,
facing up, some facing down, and some facing right. That is like average.
yes.
While some other are facing
Mm.
down, some are facing up. You get it now. So
That means
it's just
down
is
are
the way of.
below average.
You say what?
The down arrow are below average, right?
Are below, exactly. Something like that. That's just the way to
Okay.
interpret this the icon here. Okay. So now we move to text to column and that topic. This is one part of data cleaning. What I want to do now is part of data cleaning. What is called data cleaning in Excel. Now look at my screen, please, everyone. Look at my screen. Let's say you have this data. You copy something or you open with data and you have it like this. From this data, we want to extract name, address, phone number, email from this data. How do we do it? How do we do it? When you are working with a CSV file, most of the time your CSV file will come like this. When you open CSV file in Excel, it comes like this. You see the meaning of CSV is comma. When you say comma CSV, it means comma separated values. So they use comma to
Okay.
separate. They use comma to separate all the value here. Can you see now? So with this comma separate value now, we want to extract the name, address, phone number, email. Excel has a way to help us do this in a second or in a minute by using the skill, what is called text to column option here. We want to use text to column to do that. What do? We select this data. Select the data. Under your data tab, you see text to column. What does it do? What does it do? Split a single cell into multiple what? Columns. Now, I click on this text to column now. I click on text to column. There are two methods of splitting data using this method. One, we have delimited and we have fixed width. So we're going to learn this one first, delimited first. I click on next. From delimited now, I click on next. When you have delimited, that is when you have something that you want to use to split them. In our case, we want to use comma to split all these things. Just when you select this tab and you click on comma. The moment I click on comma, can you see the sample of our data here? Down. Can you see the sample down here? So if the sample is okay, I just check the comma here. Look at my own. Don't do yet, please. Don't do yet. Don't do yet. Don't do yet. Don't do. Look at me, please. Look at me. Under the delimiter, comma. The moment I click on comma, you can see the data is splitted automatically. It's showing me sample of what I'm going to get. Then I click on next. Now it's asking me now, where is my destination? I can now click on this and select where my destination should be. Then I can click finish. I've selected where I want my response to be, the beginning of my response, and I click finish. Can you see what happened? It has helped me to split everything into name, address, phone number, email. Let me do it again. I select my cell, go to my data tab, click on text to column, next. Under the next, you see, the first one I selected delimited because I have something to split them. When I have something to split them, I use delimited to split them. So with delimited now, I click on next, then I selected comma. Since my data is separated in comma, I use comma to separate it, and I click next also. It's asking me where I want my destination to be. I can now select under name. I want the name to be here. Who is the first one? I can click OK. Finish. Can you see? So we have the name, we have address, we have phone number and email. Everyone, go ahead and do your own now. Select your data first. Have you done that? Select your data now. Click on data tab. Click on text to column. Text to column. Text to column. When you click on it, make sure you click on delimited because they don't have the same. Fixed width means that they have the same number of character, but in this case, they don't have the same number of character. So we're going to just use delimited. Delimited with what?
So can convert only one column at a time.
Next. So next, under the next, you click on comma because we want to use comma to separate our data. We want to use comma to separate them. And then next again, select your destination. That is cell C3. Cell C3 is our destination now. C3 is our destination, and click finish. You click finish. So it will help you to split your data.
Yes, it has split it.
That's one of the ways by which we can use text to column. Now, another example here. Look at this example very well. We have something here. We have address, city, state, and postal code. We have 4 things here. Each one separated with comma. Each of them separated with what? With comma. But we want to split to 5 instead. We want to split to what? To 5. We want to have the house number separate. We want to have the house number separate. And other ones are separated by what? With comma. Look at this house number here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You can see that we have the house number to be what? To be three numbers in this case. So I'm selecting the data again now. Go to my data tab, select text to column. I click on fixed width because this number has three numbers. If I use, let's say I want to use delimited, I use space. If I use space, main street will be splitted. Are you getting me now? This another city will be splitted. So the thing will scatter. But in this case, I want to split this one first. I click on fixed width, then I click on next. It's asking me where I want. Okay, if I already put this line here. If I don't like this line here, I can put the line anywhere. Can you see? I can split my data from anywhere under the fixed width. I can click on here. I can click here. I can split it as I like. Can you see now? But in this case now,
Yes.
I only want a single one. So you can remove all these ones. You can remove them by double clicking on them. So if you want to split on fixed width, it means that you're going to put a line, a ruler, straight down. That is what fixed width means. So means rather. So now I click on next now. I cannot select my location where I want the house number to be. House number will be here, and I click finish. See now, we have the house number separate, and we have the other data separate. So now we cannot split the main street now with comma now. We cannot do comma now to split the remaining. The street, the city, the state, and the postal code. You can use that method now to split the remaining again. Go to data tab, click on text to column, delimited, next, comma is the next again. Now the destination now. We want to put it under the current column. We will not change the destination because we want the street to be here already. So just click finish. So the street will remain here. Other one will move forward into their own different this thing. Can you do that now? In a minute, everyone.
That's how the one that she to after number, because I have 4 lines here. Like 1, 2, 3 main streets are together instead of number and main street separately. In the preview.
Yes, now they are going to be together now because we split it into 2. House number to be separate, other one to be separate.
Okay, this one is splitting in 4. That's why I'm asking that how will I do it?
First, do the splitting into 2 first. Then you will not split the remaining data by delimited. The first step we did is that this is the first thing we did. We split it into 2 by using fixed width. We have this number. Look at my screen. We have this number first, and we have the remaining. We use fixed width to separate this. Now, assuming we have code in the middle, we can use fixed width to remove postal code because there are five numbers also. Five numbers. We can use postal code. We can use fixed width to remove something like this. But other ones here, they are not even. What we can use here is comma, right? You cannot go ahead now and split this one by using your comma to split the remaining ones. Yeah. There's the column, delimited, next, click on comma. If you don't have your comma here, let's say something you want to use to split is not here. You click others and you type it here, comma. Can you see now?
So are you going to type the 2 together, or you highlight the number first so that we can use with split? Or we are going to do the same thing together?
I didn't get you.
Okay. Next. Okay. After next, now, where do I choose delimited again?
You should click on comma. Click on comma.
It's not
That's your
coming.
delimited.
No, it's not coming. You know, under the delimited, I've selected split width.
Fixed width
Do you
or
get
what?
under? Okay, I'm coming. After the advanced data, text to column now.
Yeah.
For the starting again, is it delimited now or fixed width?
What are you doing? Are you splitting the number or the other data?
Okay, do I need to first do number? Is it okay? I highlighted everything together from 1, 2, 3 Main Street to the last part.
Yeah. You first split
Now,
the numbers. You cannot do fixed width and delimited together. Either you first do fixed
okay,
width first. When you are done with fixed width, then you cannot come back to the limited and do. Or you first do the limited,
okay. That,
finish, then you
is
come
it
and
only
do
going
fixed
to
width.
be number, Abi?
Is that what?
I said the split width. Is it only going to paste the house number?
Because wherever you put the line, it doesn't know the house number for you. Where you put your line is where it's going to split for you. If you put your line
Okay,
at the back of numbers, it's going to split number. If you put your line at the back of street, it's going to anything where you put your line, you will see it yourself. When you put your line, you're going to see where it's going to split for you. Is that clear
okay,
now? Wherever you put
okay.
your line, it's going to split from that place for you. Yep. So you just hit finish now. Delimited, next, and finish. That's the way to
Didn't
split
get.
it. Any other person that doesn't get it?
I haven't gotten it. It's going to split it under streets. Maybe I'm the one that selected wrong
And you are correct now.
location.
You are correct. You are correct now. You are
Yours
correct.
is under house number separately. Everything under mine is put under streets.
It's like you are not looking at me. When I was doing it, you didn't follow me. You didn't follow me. You didn't follow me. Let me do it again now. Look at what I'm doing. Please always follow. If you are rushing to go and do your own, you will be missing what I'm doing. Don't rush. I always give you time to do. I give you time to do. Not everything you will be doing. You can't do everything we are doing in class, but sometimes I give you time to do some things here, so that you can get it right from here. Look at what I'm doing, everyone. I select my data first. This data now, there are two things I want to. If I want to split this data with comma now, we are going to have the address together. 1, 2, 3 Main Street will be together. But I want the house number separate in my case. I want the house number what? Separate in this case. Now, I select this data now, and I click on tab. Look at me, please. Text to column. Then, since my numbers are even, if I put a line here, I know that I'm going to get something good. Now, if I use the limited, there's no way I can get this number. The limited. I can only use the number. Okay, let me use the limited and see what we're going to get now. Let's use the limited now. I want to use space, because the only way I can get this number again, if I don't want to use fixed width, is to use space. You know, there's space between this and this, right? But look at what I'm get. Look at what I get here. See that it has scattered the other ones. And you see that other ones are scattered also. So in that case, it means that space cannot work. Space cannot work here. So let me go back now. So I'm now going to select fixed width. I click on next. Now my ruler is at the back of what? Or the number here now. Now, what I'm doing now is that I'm splitting this into two. Just two now. And this is what I'm doing. I split it into
Yes.
two now, just two. Then I click on next. Then I select my destination for this. I put it here under house number. Then I click finish. So we are split into two first. That is the first thing I first do. I did it. I split it into two first. Now, I now have this data together now. I want to split this again. Are you getting me now? That's what I said. You didn't look at what I did. I split it to two first. Then I now split this one again. Sometimes you can split
Okay.
3 times. Sometimes you can split 4 times, depending on the character you have. Let's say after the state, we have a line here. Let's say we have this dash here. No, I cannot use comma and this one together. I have to use one first. Then later I will come and split the other ones. You get it now? So you can split more than one times. It doesn't matter. Don't worry. You don't need to split everything once. If you want to use text to column. When we get to Power Query in the Power BI, you can do more than this in Power Query. But for Excel, for text to column, you can only split with one method at a time. So after we are done with our fixed width, then we now come to the other data. Now we want to split the remaining one now with what? The remaining one we want to split now with delimited now. Data now, text to column, now delimited, next. Now change to comma instead of space. You can see that is I think we are Excel is getting it right. I click on next and finish. So you see now. So we did it twice, not once. We first splitted the one and you get the other ones in the same cell. We now split the other ones again. That's how we did what we did there. So
Okay.
is that okay?
It's okay.
Okay. Thank you very much. So so you can practice more after the class. Since we have done the first one, so let's move on. We still have more things to do again. So now the next thing we want to learn here is data validation. When we are working with data, sometimes to make your data clean, create a clean data, it's always good to apply data validation in your data set. In that case, it will reduce the number of error that somebody can impute into your data tab, into your data cell. So when you apply data validation, you will restrict what can be posted or typed into a particular cell. For example, you know it is possible for somebody to write Osun like this by mistake. It's not possible. It is.
It's possible.
So somebody may want to write Lagos and write Lagos by mistake. It is possible. And somebody may want to write 7 and write 70 by mistake.
Yes.
Or by instead of 70, you write 700. When the highest score is 100, the highest score is 100. How can somebody score 700 from this? So in that case, you can apply what is called data validation to control, at least that will limit what the error that people can make while typing into a particular data set. Now, let's start with this score first. So I want the data in this score to be between 0 and 100. Anything less than 0, you cannot get minus mark, and you cannot get above 100. So I'm selecting this column under the score. Please look at me first. I will allow you to do this one. You may not do everything, but you will do this one. I selected this score, then go to my data tab. Beside this text column, you can see all these other ones. Just over around them, you will see data validation. Just over around them, because you can be seeing the icon only that has a mark, and this like a caution mark is called data validation. Click on this. Now, what do I want to do with this cell that I selected? Before you do, please don't do it to look at me. Before, what I want to do is that I want to limit what we have here. Not any number can enter there now. I want to select whole number. I change from any number to what? Whole number. Minimum number should be what? Now, the whole number between or not between, you can select anything from here, options. There are so many options here, but we want the whole number between 0 and what?
100.
100. Exactly. And I click OK. It's okay. So we have validated this cell as it is now. Let me type 25 here. 45 here. 109. Can you see now that it has control, it has limit?
Match.
Yeah, exactly. If I put a -1 here, it cannot.
Your screen is not moving. Yeah. Why is
It's
my
your internet.
network doing like this?
It's your internet. So if I put 0 here, it will work. But
I don't even
if I put anything
everything.
that doesn't fall is your network. Maybe you will exit and join again.
Okay.
So you can see that anything that outside that range is not accepted. Now, so let me now do it again now for you to follow. Ngozi, you have a question? Ngozi, any question from your hand? So let me clear this one first. Let me clear this one first. I want to clear the validation I did just now. Clear all. Now, you can follow me now as I'm doing it. Select your data under the scores, everyone. Select data under the score. Select the data set under scores. Have you done that? Go to your data tab and select data validation. Data validation. So instead of any value under the set, you see any value there, change the any value to all numbers. Change it to all numbers. Now you now see between. Minimum should be 0, maximum should be what? 100. Put it there. If you cannot see your own, let me know. Between 0 and 100. You type 0, maximum you type 100 there. And you click OK. You click OK. So now try to use those cells and put numbers that is in between and number that doesn't match. Try and see what you have there. Is it working for you? If it's working for you, let me know. If it's not working, let us know also.
Working.
Great job. That is how to do validation of numbers. Sometimes you can give something to people. The first time I encountered this thing, I downloaded a template from the internet. Fixed asset template from internet. Then I was inputting the asset register. The thing was going smoothly until I inputted an asset of about 25 million, and the thing refused to accept my asset. I was like, what is happening? Not knowing that it was validated to 10 million only. So I started doing research and I discovered that the thing was validated to 10%. So is that 10%? So 10 million that is that 10 million that is stopping me. So I just changed it and I got this thing. Okay, now the second method now, I want to show us how to create list. Look at under the state. You can mute yourself, please. You're not talking, mute yourself. So under the state here, I don't want people to be typing rubbish name. Somebody will type Osun, capital letter. Somebody can type Osun. Somebody will type Osun. So different ways people typing, and some people make mistake. I want it to be uniform. What do? I select my name here. All the states are here. Either state or list of customer. Something it can be customer sometimes. It can be customer. You have your customer list somewhere, or you have the state list somewhere, or the staff list. It can be any list. It can be anything. In this case, now we're going to use what? State list. I click on this. I select my range. Then I go to my data tab. I click on the data validation. Under this any value, I click on lists. List now. This time around, I want to use list instead of numbers. Then under the source, it's asking me where is my list. I can now click on this and select this my list here. This is my list. This is my list. And I click OK. Now, let's go back now and see what is happening here. So when I click on any of this, I see my drop down here. So I can pick my state from here. I can quickly pick. I can type it also if I type it, but anything that doesn't match what we have here will not work. If somebody now mistakenly type Aba, if somebody type Aba now instead of Abia, it won't work. Abia. Try again. If you like, try 10 times. Don't accept it. That's how to create drop down list. Let me allow you to do that also now. Now select the range under your state. Have you done that? Go to your data tab. Click on your data validation. Where you have any value, click on lists. Lists. Then under the source, select your data. Under that source, that is source of the data. Put your data there from Abia to FCT and click OK. Click OK. Click OK. You can now see that your validation, you see a drop down list inside that cell. Inside the cell of origin, you see drop down list there where you can pick the list or you can type the list, but it must match what you have. Anything that doesn't match it, any name that doesn't belong to this group, will not be acceptable here. Can you see now? So that is how to create a drop down list in Excel. So if you mistakenly type any name that doesn't belong to this group, it will not accept it. So that is the way by which you can reduce error in your data tab. So we can use date. You can see that we have so many options there. We have list, we have numbers, we have decimal points, we have anything in there. Now, another thing I want to show us under this validation is this. When you have data validation like this, when you are validating, you can see there's something here that I didn't touch. Look at my screen now, everybody. Look at my screen. You have input message here. This input message will guide people. It will guide somebody who want to type into that cell. You can say, okay, you can say student scores. Type, please. Type scores in 0 and 100. When you see like this, anytime somebody click in any of this cell, it will show them what you want them to put in that cell. Is that okay? That is how the input message works. This input message. When they click on this cell, they're going to see this option here. Now, again, there is more thing again. Go back again. Let's go back again to the same data tab. Click on validation. Now, we still have the validation here. Okay, the list. Let me use the old number again. 0 to 100. Please look at what I'm doing, please. Oh, now under the here we have student name, like I did earlier, student number, student scores, or something like that, or anything you want to put. And under the error alert, look at error alert here. There are two type of error alert here: warning, information, and stop. See, when you use stop, what has been happening since is stop. You cannot do anything. It will not accept your mistake when you use stop. That this what we have been doing so far is by default is on stop. But sometimes you don't want to use stop, you use warning. You can use warning and you can type something here. Your number does not fall to the range. That is warning. Okay, that is type 2. Sorry, you can call this one warning. Or please check. And then the message will be your number does not fall into the range. As example now. So when you use warning, it can accept error. Let's say okay like this. Let me say okay. Now I want to put 50 here. 50 accepted. I come here, I put 76 accepted. Now I want to put 102 here. Can you see now? He said your number does not match to the range. Please check. Do you want to continue? Now, if you use warning, when you click on warning while you are doing validation, it will give the person the opportunity to continue. Do you want to continue? Yes, it will accept it. But it will show a kind of warning and ask you if you want to continue or not. Can you see the difference between these two now? The one we have been doing before is warning. I stop. By default, it's going to take stop. If you type Osu now and you type okay, nothing will happen. If you like, that will continue or not. There's no option to continue. But when you click on warning, it will ask you whether you want to continue or not. That is the difference between, that is what I want to show you under the data validations. Any question? Any question? Any question so far?
Hello, sir.
Hello?
Hello, good
Hello?
afternoon, sir.
I don't know
Good
that I'm
afternoon.
Hello,
Good
sir.
afternoon. What's your question?
Hello.
So my
Ask your
question,
question.
if we click continue, is it going to accept the number or is going to clear it automatically?
It will accept the number because it's asking
Oh,
you, since you have put on warning, it means that it's just warning the person. Please check very well though. Your number is not this. If you want to continue, you click yes. If you don't want to continue, you click no.
oh,
Yeah.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Mine is not a question pertaining to the class because I will say I missed the class today. I couldn't log in on
Okay.
time. I tried almost an hour. I
Yeah.
could not get in due to difficulty in the Microsoft team app.
Okay.
So when I got in, I could not catch up with all you've been doing.
Okay.
I don't know. I tried to contact people in the class, but they said it could be my network because 9 students are already in a class. So I kept trying until I got in, but I came in quite late. Today is just like a wasting of like time to me. I got nothing.
Sorry about that. That's
Sorry,
that's
I
what
came.
that's what
Hello.
hello.
Yeah, I came in late too. I
Okay.
don't know. I missed filter and advanced filter. Just
Okay.
those two. I don't know if anything can be
Okay.
done.
And you can watch the recording. That's why we have the recording here. And that's one of the advantage of virtual class. a live class over a physical. If it's a physical class, once you miss it. But recorded class, you can see go ahead and check and watch the recorded class. For the limit for the whatsoever, there's little to how we can control the internet. You can see because that is what somebody said that there is a complaint from the group. I said there's nothing we can. There is little to how we can control that. It just depends on the like Ms. Amida said, the location and the internet strength, the network and the location. So those are two things that can hinder that. So I said, I think I said something in the beginning of the class. What I think I said, one of the internet I think is a bit stable is MTN, and coincidentally, even she that was having issue, she was using MTN. So there's little to how we can control that. Just let's try to have alternatives. Yeah? Like I said yesterday, let's try to have alternative. If one is not working, one can work. But sometimes even the whole you can have three alternatives and the whole can fail at times. It's also possible like that. We've experienced that. In fact, I think there was a day I had a class that we have to shut the class down. I have three internet source and none was working. We started, we reached the middle, and the whole thing failed. I struggle, and we stopped the class. So it's possible. So sorry about that, Madam Ngozi. There is little to how we can control that. It happens like that. It can happen to anybody. It can happen to even the instructor himself. So when it happens, there's little to how we, but just let us just try and have alternative. At least for this 8 weeks. The day we have classes, let's always try to load. We can have maybe Airtel by one side, MTN by one side, and Nine Mobile by one side for that day. I think some of these providers, they have some like 200 data for 1 gig, 300 for 1 gig, 100 naira for all those. We can just load all those ones on that day that we have classes, so that at least we'll be able to catch up with whatever we are doing. So sorry about that. So the class will make the video available for us. Hello.
Yeah, please, I just want to ask regarding the question that I asked yesterday. Are we going to do that under data validation so that you won't forget?
So I said under VLOOKUP. Remember,
Okay,
I said under VLOOKUP. Yeah.
Okay, I'm just asking because I don't know where we'll do it. So that is why I just want to remind you.
Okay, good.
Okay.
It's good.
Okay,
It's
thank
good.
you very much.
You're welcome. I said you should remind me truly. I remember. Okay. I sent the workbook to you in the group now. Can you quickly look at it? In your WhatsApp group, I sent another workbook now. I name it 3B.
3B downloaded.
Yeah. Okay, I name it 3B.
Can you send it to the class? That class.
Google Classroom, right? No problem.
Yes.
I will put it there.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, welcome. That will be like day 4.
Rahima, that's the front. I open the front. I'm coming.
Okay. So we have it in the group now. We have Excel workbooks and to day 4. You see it in the day 4 post. So you can find it now in your Google Classroom now. It's there. You can even see it in your Gmail also. Check your Gmail. It's already in your Gmail. You can find the link in your Gmail now. It will take you Classroom. Okay. Now we want to look at about 3 things here. I'm looking at it from this perspective. Let's look at two first. Let's look at statistical and date. We'll postpone logical so that we don't complicate the class. You get it now? Hello, can you hear me? We are doing
Yes.
statistical and date today. We will leave logical till we meet.
Okay, that means the class is we'll
You
still
can't continue
continue
with
the class.
the class continues now. Don't be afraid.
Okay.
So the first thing we're going to learn here is under the date. Under date,
I'm your friend.
under date, the first thing we're going to learn here is under date, right? So look at this date first. Thank God. We are going to learn another. We are still going to do our test of column. So let's split this date first. Look at what we have here under this data. The data here. The data. Where is the date here? This data is not complete. Wow. The data here is not complete. This is not what I want. This is not what I want to use here. No problem, sir. Maybe okay. And we're going to leave that. I'm supposed to put. I want some date to be here. I can't find the date. Can't find the date here. That should be date. Okay. Let's quickly do something. We had dates. Okay. No problem. Okay, no problem. Let's come to statistical one then. Under this statistical one, we're going to line some things here. Look at this data here. We have, remember in our first class, I taught you how to use max function. You can remind me what max function is, what max function does. Can somebody remind me what we do with max?
It will give us the highest.
The highest number.
Yeah.
Now, but sometimes you don't want the highest. We want the second highest, the third highest, or the 10th. We want to know the 10th person in the group. We want to know the 5th person in the group. You know, it's possible like that. We don't want the first, we don't want the last, but we want a particular number in between. When you have that kind of challenge or you have that kind of thing to do, we use large function. What did I say? Large function. Somebody say, okay, we want to know the 10th person. Who was on the 10th position? Who is on the 58th something? You can just use large function to derive that. Large function is asking for two things, array and constant. What's our array? Look at this array. You select your array, comma, and you select the constant. We want to know the third person now. The third. I just typed 3.
3.
Can you see now? The third largest now is 600. The highest, the second highest, the third highest, 600. It's as simple as that. Do your own now. Equals to large. Open the bracket. Select the array. Have you done that? Then type 3. Want to know the third highest number. Type 3 there and tell me what you have. Me, I guess it's 100. What do you get? What did you get? You get the same thing like me? 600? I'm doing on that one now.
600.
Large. I want to know the fourth highest number now. My array, I select my array, comma, and I put 4. Close the bracket, enter. 378. So when you have a list, 1000 list, you want to know a particular number there, just pick the range and do it like that. That's all. So now that is that. Now assuming we want to rank them. We want to rank all these people. We want to rank them. Want to know the highest, second highest, and the rest. You can just do 1, 2, 3 like this.
Your screen is not moving. Oh,
is it my screen? Other people?
Yes, I'm not even seeing anything you are pressing. No, maybe it's from my end.
It's from your end.
Same here. I can't see what is working, where he's pressing. The
It's your
cursor is
internet.
not moving.
It's your internet. That's serious. Sorry about that.
It's from
Everything is fine here.
It's from women's hand.
Women's hand. Sorry about that. What I've done now is that, what I've done now, under your large, in front of the highest, second highest, just type 1 to 6 there. I said, if you don't want to type one by one, let's say you want to rank everything, you can just type 1 to 6 here and use the formula now. Listen to my formula. In front of your 1, that is type equals to large function. Select the array. Remember, we are going to copy this formula down, put it in F4, absolute reference, comma, and select, instead of typing 1 now, just select that 1 and close the bracket. So now we have the highest number here. This is the highest by large. I'll copy this down now. You can see that it has arranged them. It has sorted them now from highest to lowest. And you can see the number each of them, position each of them is holding. This is holding the third position, fourth position,
Can you go back again?
fifth, and sixth. Okay. This is it now. I type, I've put the position here. Instead of typing the constant again now, I've put the constant here already, ready for myself to use. I type equals to large.
Let me join again, please.
Okay. Equals to large function. I select the array.
Okay.
And I put my array in F4.
Okay.
F4. So that when I copy it, it will not change. Comma.
Okay.
What's the next thing that I need now? Constant. Okay. I just
constant.
pick this one, my constant, and I close the bracket. That's all.
Okay. Let me try.
Then I drag it down. Everything is filled down. Okay, welcome. Joseph, you have a question? Or have you have the question finished? Okay, so that is how to use. So in the opposite of large function is small function. Small. The opposite of large is small. You can also do the same thing with small. Small. Want to know the smallest number, the second smallest. So instead of minimum will just give you the least number alone. But with small, you can select which position you want. We have the range here, and I want the fifth smallest number or the second smallest number. I can just close the bracket and hit enter. 120 is the second smallest. You can see that the first and the second are the same, 120, 120. So the second smallest number is what? Is 120. That's the second position. So that is just the way to use large function and small function. Now, the next one we want to look at is rank. When you are doing analysis, you want to rank them. You want to use rank function to know. Here we have 60. You want to know the figure. But how do we know what position does 800 hold in this group? Here we have the 6th. We get the answer. Now we have the answer now. We want to know which position does 600 hold. 600. What position does 600 hold in this group? We are going to use rank. Good of you. We are going to use rank function here. You can use rank, but make sure you just use the regular rank only. For now, it's asking for what? Number. Which number I want to rank? This is the number I want to rank. We want to rank 600, Rabbi. Within which reference? Within this group. We want to look at this group. We want to know which position does 600 hold. Comma. What's the last one? It's asking us Are we ranking it in ascending order or in descending order? Let's pick it in ascending order and close the bracket. 4 from down, if you check from down, 100, 120, 340, 600. So here we can rank, we can use rank to know which position does this guy take both in this group. Let me do it again. Let's pick 340. To know the position for 340 in this group. Rank, I select the regular rank. Then I select my number, or I can type it. 340, comma. The ref is there. That's my reference, comma. Then I want to arrange, I want it to be arranged in ascending or descending order. You select which one you want. And if you don't pick anyone here, by default, it's going to rank them in ascending order. By default, it's ascending order by default. So close the bracket, enter. 3. If you pick descending order, it will arrange it from up down. That's how to use rank function. Rank function. Rank function. Okay. So those are just a little statistical functions that we can find under statistical function in our Excel. Then the next thing here is sum if and count if. Sum if and count if. Sum if and count if. We're going to look at it now. Okay. Ngozi. Madam Ngozi, are you there? Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, sir.
I want to sum all this data. I want to sum all this data here. This data, these figures, the amount. I want to sum it inside this box. How do I sum it? Can you tell me what I'm going to do? Equals to
Sum.
Put the bracket. Am I right?
Yeah. Yes,
What do I
sir.
do?
Then the functions.
The numbers.
Not the numbers.
Okay.
The
What else?
formulas, as in where they fall
What's the
in.
formula now?
Everything we
Okay.
start with
B29, B39.
B29 through B50. Yeah.
Yeah. Good.
Then we close our bracket
and enter.
Yes,
that is
sir.
how to sum. But sometimes I don't want to sum everything. You know what we are doing today is about what we are learning is about analysis. Sometimes we have done filter, we have done all those things. We have tried to separate something from somewhere, splitting something from somewhere. Sometimes we don't want to sum everything. We only want to sum all the sales of banana. Imagine we only want to sum banana only, all the sales of banana only. In that case, we are not going to use sum ordinarily. We are going to use sum. If you want to sum this figure, if the fruit is banana, that is meaning of sum if. You want to sum this figure, if what? If the fruit is what? Is banana. Now let's try it out. I'm going to type equal to sum if. Look at my screen first. Sum if. Under the sum if, I have 3 things to do here. What's the first thing? It's asking for range. Second is what? Criteria. And the third is what? Sum range. Now, my range now is this. This is my range. Comma. There is my range. My criteria is what? Bananas. My criteria is what? Bananas. I can click on banana here, or I can type it. If I want to type it, I can type my banana and I can pick banana. If I want to type, I have to put double quotes. But since we have it here, I just click on banana here, comma. What's the third thing? Sum range. Where do I want to sum? After it has found banana, What do I want to sum? I come to sum range and I close the bracket here. Sum range as a form board. Comma here. The sum range again. I close the bracket and I hit enter. Now it has summed just the banana only now, not everything, but what? Just the bananas. Let me do it again. Equal to sum equal to sum if I open the bracket. The first thing is what? Range. Yeah, do it now, everyone. Do it now. Type equals to sum if. Open the bracket and select your range first. Then you put comma. After your range, put comma and wait for my next instruction.
Hello, sir.
Hello?
One of these criteria, A50, is not banana.
Well, I didn't get you. I didn't get you.
In the brackets here, equal to sum if, then bracket A39, then A50 is not.
No, it's
A30.
range.
Okay.
We want to check all from here to here. We are telling Excel to find all banana from here. We want to find banana from this
All
range.
right. Okay.
We
Criteria
know
and
that
range. Yes.
everything is not a banana. We know.
All right, sir.
So
Thank you.
the first thing you do is
Understood.
you select the range. Have you done that? Then you
Yes.
put comma. After comma, it's asking for criteria now. You can
It is
click on
banana.
just click banana here. You can even click on banana from the range. You can even click on banana here. Banana is here also. And put comma. We have picked banana now, right? Comma. The third thing now is what? Sum range. I'm going to select here now. These are sum range. This is where we want to sum.
Months.
Then we close the bracket. Hit enter. So if you get 180, you are correct. If you get any other figure, you are wrong.
Done.
Great. If you get 180, you are correct. If you get any other thing, you are wrong.
I got 180. Done.
Now that is
Done.
method 1. Now let's say good job. Now we want to sum. We want to see all the sales. We want to sum all sales greater than 50. Greater than 50 naira. All the sales greater than what? 50 naira.
Naira.
What do we, yeah. You can see that we have 20, we have 50, we have 60 here. But we really want to sum those ones that are above what? Above 50 only.
50.
Or let's say greater than or equals to 50. Just like that. Greater than or equals to 50, which means that 50 is also inclusive. How do we solve this
Yes.
kind of problem? So this time around, we don't have the sum range. Our sum range is also our criteria. Our sum range is also our criteria range. Notice that become the same thing now. So how do we do this? We just type equals to sum if. There's one thing you should note in Excel. When anything in square bracket is optional argument. Sometimes you need it, sometimes you don't need it. You remember while we are doing ranking, I said the one in the bracket, ascending or descending, you may, if you don't pick it, you're still going to get your response, but it's going to be in ascending. It has its own default settings. So in this case now, our range and some range is the same. So this is our range. let me select our range where we want to check. We want to check where we have above 50. We're going to check from here, comma. What's the next thing I want to check now? My criteria is that it must be greater than what? 50.
Can't see screen. Can't see screen.
You can't see my screen?
Yeah, I cannot see screen again. Am I the only one affected, please?
Okay, let me check. I think so. I think so. I think it's true. My screen is off. I can see. So, okay. So we have this. Can you see my screen now?
No. From this end, sir.
Yes,
No.
it's on now.
It's up now.
Oh,
It's up now.
on.
And you will see.
Yes.
It may take time. You will see. You're going to see it. You're going to see it. It may take some time. Yes? So please, a minute, please. Sorry.
Okay. I
Minute,
thought
please.
you asked us.
No, sorry. Okay, I'm back. Now, what I'm saying is this. Our sum range and our criteria range is the same. Now, we have selected our sum range. What's our criteria now? Greater than 50, Abi. Just put double quote and put greater than 50. Greater than or equals to 50. And close the bracket, double quote, then close the bracket. Since our sum range and criteria range is the same thing, I'm not going to select the criteria range again. This is already the same thing. Just click OK. So we can see that I sum all the cells that are greater than what? Greater than 50. It will select them by itself and it will add them and give us the result. So that is how to use SUMIFS when you want to use the same criteria range and the sum range together. So let's demonstrate another example here. SUMIFS. Don't worry about this one. You are going to do it later. But you do this one I want to do now. SUMIFS. Sometimes you have more than one criteria. You have more than one criteria sometimes. Not a single criteria. You have more than one criteria. When you have more than one criteria, what do? We are going to use what is called SUMIFS. We want to see all bananas that are ladyfinger, not just banana alone. We want to see all bananas that are what? Ladyfinger. That means that we want Excel to look for all bananas there. After that, remember under our filter, we filter Adams, then we filter Central. Two things. So that is what we are doing here. We want Excel to filter it and do the submission, give us the result. You are only interested in the result. Excel will do filter. It will filter banana. Under banana, it will filter ladyfinger, and it will sum all ladyfingers for us now. Type SUMIFS. Put the bracket.
I've not gotten, huh?
You type SUMIFS.
I've not gotten that 330.
I don't do that one. You do that one later. I said you don't do it. Do it later. So
Okay.
select the sum range It's asking us for, sorry, look at this one now. The first thing it's asking is sum range. So these are sum range first. Let's select our sum range, comma. What's the second thing now? It's asking for criteria range 1, because we are using some ifs. So with some ifs, we can have as many criteria as possible. So it said criteria range 1 is this. Select our range 1, comma. What's the first criteria? Banana. From range 1, I want to see banana, comma. That's we are through with that one. It's asking again, what's our range criteria range 2? Is that under criteria range? Again, this is range 2, comma. What's the criteria? Lady finger. If you have another criteria, you pick it and then you select the criteria. Range criteria, range criteria, till we use everything. Then we click OK. 60. We only have banana, lady finger, we have 60. Let's check it here. We have banana here, banana Cavendish, banana lady finger, banana Cavendish. So we have only one lady finger, which is 60. If you change this one out to lady finger too, 120. So it will filter it automatically within itself, and it will give us the result of what we have to do. So now let's practice this together now. Equals to sum ifs. Yeah, try it now. Sum ifs and open the bracket. What's the first thing? What is the first thing that you see there? What's the first thing that we see there?
Sum range.
Sum range, exactly. So you select your sum range. Sum range, comma. Now it's asking for criteria now. If it's asking for what's our first criteria, that is criteria range 1. What's the first range? Is fruit. Select your fruit, comma. What is the criteria? From that fruit, what do you want to filter? Banana, comma. It's asking, what's the next thing it's asking? Okay, do that one now, for now. Select your sum range, comma. Then your criteria range 1 is your fruit range. Select that fruit range and put comma. Then you select your banana, comma also. That's your criteria. When you are done with that one, let me know, so that you can do the criteria range 2 also. When you are done with criteria 1, let me know. Hello? If you are done with range 1 and the criteria 1, tell me that you are ready. If you don't get it, look at my screen. You see it on my screen. So the next thing now is the what? Range 2. You select another range again, comma. It's asking for criteria. What's the criteria? You pick the criteria. Then you close the bracket and click enter. Click on enter. What do you get?
Is the criteria banana too?
The first criteria 1 is banana. Second criteria 2 is lady finger.
Lady
Finger. That is the criteria 2. That's the range 2, the second range. Okay.
I got 0.
Ah,
Maybe there's.
you're wrong. Your
Let me
solution
do
is
it
wrong.
again.
It's wrong.
Okay.
Equal to sum if.
Okay, I
I
choose
said,
if.
yeah,
I
follow
put
my
some
instruction.
instead
Okay, you put something somewhere.
some if.
Some
Okay,
ifs.
some if. I think
Oh,
that's the
some
only. Okay,
some ifs.
some ifs. Okay.
Yeah. So you select the first thing is it's asking for sum range. You select your sum range. That's under the amount. The range you have under the amount, you select it first and you put comma. Have you done that?
Yes.
Then it's asking for criteria range 1. Abi? Select your range under the fruit from apple to lemon and put comma. So it's after that, it will be asking for criteria now. For criteria, just click on banana. Click on banana. Then put comma again. You will see criteria range 2 now. Criteria range 2. You see criteria range 2. When you see criteria range 2, now select the type of fruit. Select the type now. From Fuji to Eureka. And put comma.
Okay.
From Fuji to Eureka, select it and put comma. That's a range 2. Then now put comma. Then you now select ladyfinger. That is the criteria for that. From that type, we want Excel to filter what? Ladyfinger. And close the bracket. Hit enter.
60.
You get 60. Wow, you're correct. You're going to get 60. You're correct.
6. I got 60.
Good job. Cavendish. So me too,
Yes.
I guess 60.
So what you are summing now is that it must be banana, which belongs to ladyfinger.
Exactly. Only.
Abi?
Exactly.
Only.
Only. Not all bananas. We want to we specify the kind of banana that we want to sum. So that means we have two conditions. Some banana, under banana we want to sum what? Ladyfinger. Sometimes you can have 3, you can have 4. Just like we did under the advanced filter too. You can have 3, you can have 4. You know, we did under the sorting too. We do the same thing. Assuming we have a long data, we want to see all banana that are ladyfingers where the amount is greater than 100. You know, it's possible. So in that case, that means you have 3 criteria there. That means you have 3 criteria in that regard. So, closely related to that is countif. Countif is very simple. There's no sum. Then you are not summing anything here. Just find and count only. Count. If you want to count if it is banana, just come here, select your range, comma. No, it's necessary. Is the criteria. That's all. Count banana 3. You are not summing anything. Just select your range and select your criteria, your condition. That's all. That's all. That one is good. Count if. Count if, select your range and select your the criteria only. That's all. You get that? I think you can get that. That one will not give you any problem. Count
Which
if.
kind are you doing? Count if.
So what?
Okay.
Count if, yeah. Count if.
Okay.
Select your. We only have 2 criteria here: range and criteria only. No sum if. There's nothing sum here. It's only count. If you look for that thing and count the criteria and count the banana that is there.
That's equals count if.
Count if. Open the bracket.
So we are going to okay, bracket. The range where banana belongs, Abi?
Yeah. Exactly.
Only that cell, that range.
Yeah, that's your range.
Okay.
That's your range. Then which criteria do you want to? What do you want to count? Banana. So you select banana.
Yeah.
If you want to count orange, you select orange. If you want to count apple, you select apple. You need to count number of apples you have and close the bracket. Just like that.
Okay.
Close the bracket. What do you get?
It's showing name.
3.
Name.
Hello,
Yes.
You're showing name,
Hello,
Abby.
sir.
Did you type banana or you click on banana?
Click on banana that is below the count if.
It doesn't matter. If you once it's bananas, it's going to give you it must give you response. It must give you 3. Hello, somebody is talking to me there. Somebody saying hello, sir. Hello.
Yeah, it's Ngozi. I can see from the criteria here.
Okay.
From the range we have the A38 through 850. Then from that side, can't we take here we have a banana also in A49 as a criteria. Will it give us the same answer?
Yes, now you can pick any bananas you like. You can pick, just click on banana. What you are telling Excel is that you want Excel to look at this range and count number of banana you have. So how you type banana is not where you pick banana is your own thing. You can pick banana from here to give you response.
I got 3.
You can type banana if you like. Ngozi, can you hear me? You can type bananas if you like. You can type
I got
bananas.
that. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, you can type it if you like.
Is 3 the answer?
Nas. Okay, good. You are correct. Anything less than 3, you are wrong. So you can type it out if you like. You can pick it from here. You can pick from anywhere. Just make sure that the name, the banana is the same like banana there. If your own does not have S, you will not get anything. It is 0. Because the name, that's the reason why it's better to pick. It's always better to just click on it from that cell. You will not miss the name together. So the same thing with count ifs. Count ifs, the same thing. Want to count all bananas that are lady finger here. Just count ifs, put on the bracket, criteria range 1. These are first range. Select this range. This range, what do you want to check? You want to count banana. After counting that, then go to the type. Count the type of banana we want to see is what? Lady fingers. And close the bracket. Enter. 1. We only have 1 lady finger, but banana lady finger here. Just the same way we did the count if, but this here we have 2 range 1 criteria, range 2 criteria. If you have range 3, you can count again criteria. So that is how that is done.
They have not gotten that greater than.
You get it after the class.
Okay.
After the class, you watch it and got it.
Equals
count ifs. Then you select your criteria range 1 and criteria 1. Then under criteria again, range again, and criteria 2. At least as you are selecting the criteria range, you identify what you want Excel to find from it. You select the other range. From this range also, find this thing for me. And you close the bracket. So it will now sort them themselves and count. It will count the number of items that are there.
Again.
Okay, quick class work now. I'm going to give you this assignment. Statistical 2 is assignment. This one is assignment.
Sir.
Hello.
When is the class ending, sir?
In a few minutes.
Okay, sir.
We are ending up now. But I want
Sorry,
you to
my
do this
system
classwork.
is about to shut down. So sorry.
And you continue with our phone. So we are going to use this one. We are going to do this one in class. But this assignment, I'm going to show you the assignment now. So you do it at your own and submit to Google Classroom. You see, find the total unit that was sold in each region. This region. We want to find the number of units that was sold in each region. This unit. This is the region. Who can tell me what I'm going to use? Are we going to use count if or sum if? We have total. We want to know total units. Is it going to be sum if or count if? In the East
Sum
region,
if.
we want to sum the total unit. That is what? Sum if. So we're going to look for this column, find all this region and sum range here. What was total revenue generated from binder? Total revenue from binders. Here we have binders. Here we have revenue. Sum if or count if?
Sum if.
Sum if. Okay.
If
What's total revenue generated from central region where the item is pencil? Total region
Some
where the item somewhat
ifs.
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 Exactly. Two things now.
Yes.
Revenue from central and the item is also pencil. Two things now. That is criteria range 1 to be what? Central. Criteria range 2 to be what? Sum if. How many units were sold by sales representative Jones? How many were sold by Jones? Where the cost is greater than 4? How many? Is it count or sum if?
How many units were sold by?
Units. Yeah.
Count.
Can't
ifs.
Is sum. How many units? Units, we are going
how
to
many
add the units together.
units?
Yeah. We are going to add. If
Count.
they say how many times now, if they say how many times, like this one, number of times,
Okay.
that is count if. But how many units? The unit is here. That means you're going to sum the unit together. So that's just the assignment you're going to do, Sha. So before we close, let's quickly do this classwork together. How many brake
Now
shoe have been bought? Look at this data. How many brake shoe are bought? 2. Abi, how do we get the 2? How many? We use count. Count if. What's our
how
range?
many break?
I mean, this is the criteria. This is the range. And what are we looking for? Break. And close the bracket. We have 2. We count. We selected the range, and we tell him from this range. Tell us number of break. Number 2. How many tire have been bought? The same thing. Count if. Count if. Sorry. Count if. This is our range. Comma. And we have tires. Number of tires. Then you close the bracket. 3 tires were bought. Okay. The madam who said she does not get how we did the greater than. How many times?
Yes.
How many items cost $100 or above? 100 or above. What do we do? Equals to how many items? You can select the number of
This
items
one I
here.
think. How
That's
many
greater than
break shoe? How many break shoe have been bought? Which is the range? Because okay, is it only the range where breaks is that we'll use?
Okay.
Because I get something like
let me ask you another question. Let me use question to answer question for you. You want to know how
okay.
many brake shoe are bought. If you select this one, can you get number of shoe here? How many brake? Can you get
Yeah,
number of brake here? Can you get brake from here?
no
Can you get brake
break.
from
I
here?
can see on that item. Yes, break.
No. Can you get brake from here? From this selected part?
That's the cost. Yes.
So no. This I'm not asking your cost too. Can you get brake from here? I'm asking you. Not cost.
Break.
Can you
No.
get brake from here? So you can only
No.
get brake. You can only get brake from this item. So when you are selecting
Yes.
your range, to tell Excel where to look for break. If you tell Excel to be finding break here, if you cannot get any break from here. So that's the reason why the range is this our range, because that's where we want to find, we want to count number of break. The same thing with tires too. Now we are going to tell Excel, look at this range and count number of tires that you have here. So here now, how many items cost 100 and above? That is greater than or equals to 100, right? Equals to count if from this range, we want to see, comma, that's our range, comma now. The criteria is what? Greater than, put double quote, please. Greater than or equals to 100. And double quote again. That is the only thing you are going to do there. Yes.
Double quote.
Don't type quote twice, yo. Double quote once. If you type quote twice, if you use single quote twice, you not get it. Double quote greater than or equals to 100, double quote, close the bracket, enter. 7. So 7 items now are greater than or equals to 100. Only these two are less than that. So we have 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's how to do it. So we got to the end of today's class. I have a request from you. Is it possible that we meet on Wednesday evening? We have an outstanding class, like I said. We have an outstanding class. Wednesday evening by 9 to 10, 1 hour. Is it possible?
Yes, it is.
That's fine. That's fine.
I know it's not. I know it's not convenient. I'm just asking for that sacrifice. I know most of us will come back from work very late, but 9 to 10, 1 hour. Can we spare that?
Is it going to replace the Saturday class?
No. We have an outstanding class to cover. Yes, extra class. Yeah.
Okay. Outstanding.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. And 9 to 10, we'll lock it down. Should be only this Wednesday.
Only Wednesday. Yeah.
9
Exactly.
to 10. 9 to 10.
Yes.
Night or morning?
Night. Night. No. Night.
Okay, that's
When we are when we are back from work. Okay. Thank you very much. So I will, like I said, those of us that cannot download the thing, maybe I'm going to upload them into the Google Cloud or so. But I will find a way that will make it easy for us to follow. Get it now, so that we can quickly download and watch all those classes. You get it now, because if you want to watch 3-hour classes online every time, it will be time exhausting.
Yeah.
I can make it. So let's look at what we can do to make it more simpler for every one of us to follow, even offline. Okay. So thank you very much.
Are we getting the recording today to start practicing?
Yes, you're getting the recording today. Yeah. I'm just talking about people who are having downloading. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you
for
very
your
much.
time and your patience. We appreciate you.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you.
Enjoy the rest of. I will work on that too. Don't worry.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
But I've not been able to access it. Last and yesterday on, I really need it because some things are not really clear.
No problem. Don't worry. I will do that.